Rescues the Immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo
And eventually stuff like the Desolator falls off, of course. Assault Curse is a thing. Oh, and there we have the last pick. There's absolutely nothing he can do against Blunt just following him around all game. Now, an actual gank is gonna happen towards the mid lane, and BB is dropping low health. Sunstrike off the mark, but who needs Sunstrike when you got the right click damage of a Rubik and an Invoker? Lionx forced to activate the Nature's Attendants. Yangon Galacticos securing themselves the first kill of the game. And now Earthshaker, he gets left on the mid lane, but Nyx Assassin happy to for once have something else to do than follow that big brown beast around. Has a way easier time farming throughout the first 10 minutes of a game. Because Naga Siren, you first need the experience to get your illusions to a certain level. You first need to get a few more points in Riptide to really get the maximum damage out of that. Rip. He was pretty close to getting away, but Skill A still within me. Bam, dead. BB, he's happy to make up for that one death he had earlier. And now with the ultimate, they're gonna try to find Young PH. Young PH is gonna drop. Lina got lifted under the tower with a cold snap. That is gonna be enough for a turnaround kill mid laner for mid laner so far. And now the supports are gonna try broadening for more. But that's just gonna every time you kill a support, roughly in the area that Naga is farming. So this enchant is currently a prime target, and she is gonna peek up the high ground, wants to ward a little bit, wants to check if the enemy may have some juicy stacks to steal. And they do, but guess what? Templar Assassin is already... Nyx Assassin, chain standing up to Lina. And it's gonna get turned around with the Lina ultimate. That is the power of Marcy, rebound, and then just instant death the second that Carpus wears do not like fire. Lina seems to be proving that point. Still, so far, it is mostly support trade. Like, this Templar Assassin has gotten kills but never died for them, and is now gonna try to use those kills to run down the real Naga Siren. That's the real Naga Siren dying. That is huge. However, not a Templar Assassin gets traded for that, and she will with the Marcy Unleashed. Not just she, but AT as well. Killing spree for Crybaby. Beautiful 2-for-1 in what could have been a disastrous trade. Vessuwan, they're still not happy about Vessuwan. Vessuwan, they are so ready for them. Keeping grouped up at this high ground, ready for anyone to approach. There is the initiation attempt from the Primal Beast with a nice charge. It is going to connect on the Earthshaker, and Earthshaker is just going to drop immediately, taking away the Echo Slam from the following team fight. Now the Unleash gets procced on the Marcy. They are doing lots and lots of damage to AT's Primal Beast. AT not able to do anything to help himself. Naga is there. But KNP, he doesn't even care. He is farming like 3 jungle casts at the same time, but not dying may be important, so yeah, he is gonna ult. He is gonna get TPs in. Naga Siren, it is the target you need to shut down right now, but it's also the target that Vessuwan know they need to protect. So they are gonna turn onto KSH. KSH is gonna be the first one to go down, and with a nice Echo Slam, they will make that 2-for-0. Yangon Galacticos, they once again try fighting up the high ground into Vessuwan, and Vessuwan are once again ready for the Tier 1. It's gonna get pushed quite easily. They do have a fortification for it though. And now Yangon, they gotta defend this. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Enchantress still not dead, still healing up, but yeah. A follow-up stun from the Nyx Assassin is finally gonna make it enough damage. Naga Siren, meanwhile, still pressuring the bottom tower. Also pressuring the Templar Assassin, who just wants to farm up a little bit. KSH, he has got a start valuable. Ooh, the Marcy initiation gets countered with perfect stun. No rebound stun for UTNT, and that means TNT is now in a lot of trouble. Lionx is just gonna go down. Marcy presses BKB in order to run out of there together with the Unleash, and just has to try and escape. Now in comes the Naga Siren. By the time the Naga Siren is in, Earthshaker has already died. Yangon Galacticos, they finally initiate the type of fight they've been looking for the last couple of minutes here. The amount of farm speed that Riptide adds to this Naga Siren is truly ridiculous. And it looks like on bottom lane we are gonna see an initiation attempt by the Templar Assassin, but Templar Assassin cheat jumps straight into TNT, who has BKB as well as the rebound ready. TNT, man, fighting it up as best he can, is gonna get pulverized, is gonna get knocked down, and that is gonna be a dead Marcy. But for all of that damage Marcy dealt, and Templar Assassin is gonna drop, and that is a carry for an offlaner. You are still very happy with that trade. Now they're looking to chase for more. But Invoker with a good EMP, DR growing. Still, Yangon Galacticos, they try to force fight once again. They try to be the aggressors, and now they are gonna lose Lan for that as well underneath smoke gank up. Try and find a fight by initiating on the backlines. Lina is gonna get caught, is gonna get killed off. That is a godlike streak on the Lina going the way of young PH's Invoker. He is really happy with that. Ensha also gets caught. Mess with people here, provided the team is able to find somebody. Neek's Assassin is gonna be able to stay away from the ward, and yeah. Neek's able to live, and Sharp is now getting Cliff, and that is a two-man Cliff, who are both just gonna get meteored down, not able to get themselves off that high ground. And yeah, that's gonna be the follow-up kill on Lionex. That is so awkward for the side of UD Vessuwan, who were really happy about what looked to be a good team fight for them. Once again, in comes the Echo Slam just to deal with the Neek's Assassin, and everybody was slapped up by the Naga Siren ultimate. Now down goes the Rubik, and they are looking for more. They are right-clicking down the Invo. Invo is gonna go down with the Marcy's power of Unleash. BB not able to find any follow-up kills, and the rebound of the Marker Templar Assassin, who manages to blink himself out of there in time. 2 minutes left till Roche can respawn. And that is now a 5k gold lead for the side of Yangon Galacticos. They do lose their Invoker, meaning UD Vessuwan are now left in charge of the map. But if the real Naga Siren does get caught here, that would be so awkward. Naga Siren quite tanky thanks to that Heart of Taras. But you do have to be careful, and Naga Siren is gonna get pulverized, is gonna die. They will get the Primal Beast out of that, but that is a trade that Yangon Galacticos are very happy for. Primal Beast. Rotation in over towards the top lane. Invoker with the BKB is probably gonna be fine here. Nope, Crybaby. He has the freaking ultimate available. This Lina dishing out so much damage. In comes the charge from the Primal Beast, who would love to continue this fight. Earthshaker and Lina chasing after him. Now Naga Siren is en route as well, and with everybody just coming in, Primal Beast, yeah. They did have to use the Unleash for that, so Marcy can't fight for a minute. But that is 2 kills. BB, he is living dangerously. And I think he got a sneaking suspicion. Now the smoke is gonna be broken off the high ground. However, BB, he is at sufficient range to kind of kite everybody around. It's gonna proc BKB now. Will find the real Neek's Assassin. Ult him up. In comes the Naga Siren sleep as they are setting up 4 more. Neek's Assassin dead, skill A dead. That is a 2 for nothing. No, a 2 for 1 actually. And did get killed off there by KSH. Or for now, just with the Lina and the Illus. You do want to keep your cores kind of safe. Have to make sure the real Naga doesn't get caught out. Now Neek's Assassin tried to walk in there to defend after the tower had fallen, thinking they would all turn around immediately. But guess what? UD Vessuwan, they are no longer afraid. Yangon? They aren't that far behind because their TA hasn't yet fallen off. TA doesn't scale too well into the late game, but until you're 6 slotted, you're still very much gonna get stronger. Neek's Assassin, however, he is pretty weak right now, as that means that all UD Vessuwan need to do is stay quiet and defend successfully. Well, they are gonna successfully defend as the Templar Assassin gets caught, and you are not even allowed to press refractions there as KSH just gets executed by an army of Nagas. Now on the bottom lane, everybody is gonna try to catch out BB on that Lina. Lina trying to go for the high 5 as BKB is ready, so is the Shivas, and that means turn around onto the Neek's Assassin. Neek's Assassin is gonna go down. Young PH now being ran at. Young PH will get killed off as well. And from here, yeah, I think UD Vessuwan Siren for the entire game. There was some kind of strategy and logic to their dealings here. It's just you didn't shut down the Naga Siren enough. So now Naga naturally looks like this was a really easy game. But that's just what hyper carries do, right? once you are online, once you are in that hyper carry spot, that's when you put the hyper into the meaning of hyper carry, right? Getting there was the hard part, and that is something Vessuwan did an excellent job, because every time Yangon Galacticos wanted to escalate this game and went hyper aggressive, Vessuwan were there ready to turn around. They played some very clean, kinda quiet Dota. However, the constant turnarounds against Yangon Galacticos mean that they are not gonna win game 1 of the best of 2 series here, as that is gonna be the last lane of Rex just falling easy, because he has 22 freaking assists. 0 for 22, the perfect freaking support. At Yangon Galacticos, they are still holding on for dear life, but really, what is there to do when your only carry is starting to fall off and all of the enemy carries are online? Neeks Assassin still alive. Young P8 is gonna go down now to the leader's right click. Selena has a full-blown Skadi, and GG gets called by Young P8. While Lan is still alive in the backlines, but AT goes down to follow. And yeah, good game, well played indeed from Vessuwan. They do have a 100% win rate.
You may now select your heroes.
Oh, Yangon Galacticos. What the hell last pick is that? We have not seen the Oracle in so long. I love that takes a lot of effort to kill, actually. Ooh, with the cookie they may attempt first, but onto Skillay here. Skillay, awfully hard to tick down as he can just heal himself up, but it's gonna be enough. Nope, it is not. Position 1 hyper carries. I wonder if KSH is gonna go for any alterations from the usual Spectre build, and oh, it looks like Young P8 after it looked like he was out. That's my bad for not catching the kill. I kind of forgot Queen of Pain had Blink. Well, more that at level 5, a level 1 Blink is still gonna have a huge amount of engagement range together with those daggers and BB. He is gonna get himself another one onto Lan. There, he does get scouted out by the Crystal Maiden. In comes the Snapfire, looking to turn things around. He's gonna snatch that regen rune up. BB, he would have really loved that for himself, but he can still man-fight up with the ultimate available. And that is gonna be a Snapfire traded for a Bad Rider. That is huge. Now Boom Booey is gonna get cleaned up by the supports from Yangon Galacticos though. So at least that trade is not gonna be as problematic as it would have been. But Bad Rider comes on in, and now it is gonna be Yangon Galacticos bringing the backup. In comes the smoke from behind. Queen of Pain gets rooted up, does manage to blink out as the tiny airlines doesn't quite connect with the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden will put Boom Booey in place. However, there is a huge ravage into a 2-man Chronosphere. And Skillay goes on down to KMP. BB almost goes down to the Crystal Maiden ultimate, but is able to get himself out for now. Then KSH comes in to finish him off. Is now gonna jump at KNP's Void instead with the Firefly. Void has the Time Walk out of there. Is still trying to tank up as best he can. Another Time Walk is available. KSH, 2 seconds left on that dagger. Now Spectre wants to fight into the Earthshaker instead, but Earthshaker, he just waited for that huge Echo to come on out, and that is gonna be a double kill for the Snapfire as Mortimer's Kisses plus Echo Slam does so much freaking damage. Yangon Galacticos are a little bit faster and try to have that payoff with a huge smoke gank into 3 people. In comes the Ravage onto 2. Where's your false promise? Now they say as they slam like the Oracle start things up. Now AT is gonna be the next target. Beautiful Echo Slam. However, it is just gonna be a Queen of Pain for an Oracle so far, and thanks to that Haunt, instead things not looking so good for Vessuwan anymore. Tide Hunter could be in a bit of trouble, does have the Vladimir's up to try and keep himself alive. TNT just brawling against 3 people, but in comes a Orb, and with all of that magic damage, it is gonna get too much for even him to a worthwhile farming item real quickly. Crystal Maiden on the mid lane gets poked down, and in comes KNP with a 1-man Chronosphere as Tiny did get the toss out. False promise up on the Tiny. AT is being kept alive, and finally the Tiny goes on down. That means the freezing field is not gonna take long enough as Crystal Maiden no longer has that beefy front line to protect her, and as it goes to show, Yangon Galacticos without the Haunt just this week until Spectre has that Radiance and is able to get herself into the team fights almost every time. So that is just huge. You do want to start snowballing, especially if it's just a phase Void against Spectre matchup where shutting down the Spectre is your only objective, your only kind of win condition. You do want to start snowballing as early as you can, and instead it is going to be Yangon attempting to kill at the bottom lane, but in comes phase Void, and he says 1-man Chronosphere for a Bad Rider. I'll take that any day. It's just going to make quick work of Young PH. and real happy with that gold infusion as now faces Void, about to complete the on its own here. As for the Faceless Void, he is gonna opt for a Lincoln Sphere. Slightly unorthodox build, but oh, look at that initiation. 4-man Ravage into a 3-man Echo Slam. And Lan on the Crystal Maiden looking to turn that around with the Freezing Field. Is gonna get a kill on the Earthshake, and TNT is gonna fall as well. Crystal Maiden just does ridiculous amounts of damage, but in comes the Void with the BKB, and still wants to clear up the Spectre. Is gonna succeed in doing that. KNP with the cookie, they will make it look easy as they go onto the Tiny. Have to beware, the Avalanche are just trying to wait for AT to use that one up and decide not to dive the Tiny here. Okay, Tiny is the last one alive. Boosting your GPM. In comes the Chronosphere on the Spectre and the tower. False Promise is there from a teleported in Oracle though, and that means Spectre is just gonna be able to turn that around. Dagger onto KNP, who also got Avalanche, is now gonna get tossed back. Is gonna be lit on fire by the Bad Rider. In comes the Root. He has to press the BKB, is still trying to man-fight this up. Spectre taking huge amounts of damage, and this person, it is strong, but it is not going to keep you alive against 3 people hitting you, and Spectre is going to go down. So will the Oracle who saved your life earlier. 10k gold now for Yuri Vessuwan as they are looking for more. And down goes the Crystal Maiden after what was gonna be a beautiful Freezing Field. Position's quite quick. Queen of Pain blinks forward, looking to initiate with the BKB, is gonna initiate onto Skillay, who is just forced to False Promise himself. Queen of Pain still looking to poke. Skillay will get himself back to the base. Lan, thanks to a good Freezing Field, gonna output some decent damage, but is just gonna get picked off and die. And guess what? Spectre on the top lane got 1-man Chrono, got killed off. And KNP, he is still going. He then take the advantage with the gold lead they got going on from this point onward. It's always the kill you don't look at, as Bad Rider gets himself away and creates some space, but AT, he tries to hold the base, create some space for Spectre to respawn himself, and is just gonna die for it. Mid-tier 3 tower, getting chopped away at. Void doesn't have a Chronosphere, but he can still be scary. If he gets behind you and finds a good slow on a hero with all of their spells on cooldown, then that hero is just gonna be dead. Also, KNP has the Lincoln Sphere, so baiting out single target spells, something he is really happy with. Now, Oracle is gonna get caught, thanks to Ancient, and the enemy has one more buyback than you calculated for on the Spectre. Or, you know, buyback on the Oracle with that False Promise coming in. And there is the next initiation. 3-man stun, BB being kept alive by it. And so far, nobody dying from this. Tidehunter, he is too tanky, he is just gonna get ignored. And instead, it will be Tiny dying on the top lane to a very fat KNP Faceless Void. Faceless Void now coming in from behind, looking for a good Chronosphere, which is still available as Queen of Pain. Man fighting up Lan. Starting off with those supports, Lan gets a nice purge from the Oracle, but that purge is not going to be enough to keep the Crystal Maiden alive, as now instead Bad Rider gets turned on, gets killed off as well. Double kill for BB. Yeah, Yuri Vessuwan, they are cleaning house at this point. This is a very momentum-based because they can't really fight for another... Well, Lesso is up at 14 seconds, I guess. But there is just one lane of Rack standing. Everybody is super fat and Chronosphere is available. So a smoke it is, and they will find the Bad Rider. Not even commit the Chronosphere, as he is just gonna go on down. AT, the next target, and that is gonna be a 1-man Chronosphere, because Void, he has got some fancy damage he would like to show up. Is immediately gonna turn onto the Oracle instead, who did just commit the False Promise. Running after the Tiny, still dishing him a good amount of damage. Bad Rider comes in to try and save Tiny's life with the BKB. It's gonna get himself a kill out of that. Now BKB wears off. Bad Rider has to get himself back. Will not succeed in doing so in time as Tiny gets killed up, and so will Bad Rider. Crystal Maiden going for an amazing Freezing Field, but guess what? It's not so amazing when the enemy just procs the BKB and keeps hitting you instead. I mean, you forced BKB out. That's a lot for a support, but that is an ultra kill for KNP. And with that, Yuri Vessuwan, today, where they have played 2 best of 2s in a row, they will tie